Well, the studies say that everybody gossips. A new study reveals people gossip as much as 52 minutes every day.
And it turns out men gossip just as much as women. So why do people gossip so much? Question mark, exclamation point.
Let's talk to psychotherapist Dr. Robi Ludwig. Good morning to you, doctor.
Good morning.
As it turns out, gossip can be a good thing, right?
Yes. We are basically tribal. So gossip is a way of sharing information and telling us who's good in the group, who's bad in the group, what's expected of us. It's more like venting.
It's not always trash talking, though.
No, exactly. So it could be sharing good information, too, telling us how we should aspire to be. So you were talking about how gossip can be negative and you don't want to talk negatively.
Right.
But it can be a positive thing where you're talking about how someone should act. And then you self-reflect and say, am I on point? Am I acting the way I should within the group?
But if it's so important, why don't you tell it to the people's face? Doesn't that show a cowardice?
Well, when we gossip, we're bonding with other people. We're showing a sign of trust. We're gaining trust with other people. And also it helps us to reduce anxiety.
Right.
When you're telling on somebody who's not behaving properly, it feels good. Because we're saying that they should not be honored in the group.
Well, isn't there a nice way to talk about people without gossiping? Because I've always been told don't gossip and don't say anything to hurt anyone's feelings. So I
Right.
try not to do that.
Well, I think that's smart. And according to this study, it seemed like they were defining gossip as venting. So it was sharing information about the people that you spend the most time with. And so that's a little bit different than saying things that are nasty. But here's the good thing. If somehow you hear that you've been spoken about poorly, it encourages self-reflection. And it really is very helpful in terms of people upping their game in terms of behaving better, behaving in a more proper way.
That makes sense. So
Yeah.
the neighbors say, I'm doing this, I'm throwing the leaves in their yard.
And then you say, oh my goodness, maybe I'm being a little selfish.
And maybe it'll end up on page 6,
That's
where
right.
gossip lives.
Right. And that's the upside, too.
Yes.
More press.
Oh, there's a lot of it. All right, doctor, thank you very much.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you,
Good to see you.
guys.
All right, I can't wait for you to leave so we can talk about it.